I think your casual fan is looking at this game like, oh yeah, UCLA, they're a lock to win, but just like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Alright, don't act brand new around here. It's Wednesday night, and what does that mean if you're new to the channel and have no idea what's going on? It means we're going to preview the Colorado versus UCLA game. You guys have really enjoyed Colorado getting their own separate preview video, and as long as you guys keep enjoying it, we're going to keep doing it. I'm a fan of the people, and I want to give the people what they want. Now, with that being said, some of you may have noticed last week we didn't do a preview, and, well, it's because Colorado didn't play, but this week they're back in action. And they're back in action against a pretty solid ball club in UCLA. They're currently a top 25 team. Not too bad at all. So yeah, the premise of this video is relatively simple. And oh yeah, by the way, shout out to each and every single one of you, because on the video we uploaded earlier today, I said, hey, if you want to see the preview tonight, let's get it to 1,200. I think I said 1,200 or 1,300 likes, but it doesn't matter. We hit the like goal. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Big shout out to everybody a part of our community. Really appreciate you guys. Speaking of community, we are super close to 300,000 subscribers, so if you like college football content, consider subscribing. It really helps on the channel tremendously, and it doesn't hurt you. You can always unsubscribe later if you decide you hate my content. Real quick, let's see what some of y'all had to say in the recent Colorado video we posted earlier today. Travis said, I was never into football, but I hopped on the Colorado hype train. I needed someone to explain what the hype was about, then I found your channel. Now I'm a fan of college football. I'm learning a lot just by watching your channel. I think that says a lot about your content. Keep it up. And man, thank you, Travis. I really appreciate those kind words. It means a lot. Those kind words are always much appreciated, and I'm just glad you've been enjoying the content, and you can learn something time to time on this channel. Our community is relatively simple. We just like to have fun, talk about college football, and that's it. Jason said, realistically, if a new coach takes a team from 1-11 to a bowl game in the second year, that's really good. If they make a bowl game the first year, that is absolutely amazing and very improbable. And hey, I agree. I said this in the offseason. If Coach Prime can somehow muster this Colorado team to a bowl game, unreal. If he can get them to a bowl game this year, my hat's off to him, because that's over-exceeding expectations. Marshall said, each game remaining is a huge challenge, as every team has better talent and is going to be the favorite. As a Bucs fan, nothing will alter my enthusiasm, for I know what is being built here, and I agree. Many players from this team will be heading to the transfer portal, and not by their own choosing. Will not be surprised by a few coaching changes. Dion knows. What do y'all think about that? You think potentially in the offseason we could see another clear out, maybe 20 guys leave? Who knows? And also, I do expect Dion to make some coaching changes as well. Hint, hint, defensive coordinator. But you didn't hear from me. We'll read off a couple more comments, because I love seeing what you guys got to say, but we need to talk about this UCLA game. Jacob said, hey, Matt, been watching here from Europe. What about that? Europe? Shout out to Europe for the past few months, and just want to say thanks for these videos. And at the end here, he's talking about the whole situation with Connor Stallions, and stay tuned. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow or maybe the next day. Yet again, thank you for the kind words. A lot of nice stuff being said in the comment section. Mr. Kyle here said, been watching for a while now. To be honest, it's early success and complacency, and listen to the outside noise, quote unquote rat poison, as Saban calls it. They will finish ranked. Ooh, how about that? Sanders is a powerful motivator. One more comment here from Ryan Estrada, man. Big shout out to Ryan, man. He's been a member for a minute, and I can't tell you enough how much that means. 4-8 is a good record for a rebuilding program. The casuals just ruined the Colorado experience by expecting them to be a highly ranked team. I blame social media and the players not adjusting priority. Wow. Hold on. Clap it up. That is the best comment I've seen. That is what I forget sometimes to remind people. You need to understand, and I said this in the offseason, me saying Colorado was going to go 5-7 or 4-8 or whatever you got them going, that is a heck of a job. That is a heck of an improvement. But what has happened is, since Colorado started out 3-0, the expectations, they raised to a different level where people was already expecting them to be a top 20 team consistently, and that just wasn't reality. Ryan hit the nail on the head there, and I'm not surprised. He's always leaving great comments. There's many other comments I would love to get to, but without further ado, let's get into this UCLA and Colorado preview. I haven't even looked at the spread for this game. I'm just going to assume, without looking at it, UCLA is about a 8-point favorite. Let's pull it up. Why not? Let's see where it's at. As to where it stands, oh my goodness! UCLA is a 17-point favorite. Holy crap. Yikes. I did not expect to see that. Does Vegas know something I don't know? Because I just seem like that's a lot of points. Take nothing away from UCLA, but 17 points, that is a lot. Because come on now, let's not act like Colorado is a terrible team. They're not bad. They're 4-3. I'm not trying to advocate and say they're good. They're decent at best, but I don't know. 17, that just seemed like a lot to me. Maybe that's what it should be. And if you don't know anything about spreads or whatnot, that is pretty much anytime somebody's favored by more than 14 points, that means Vegas and all these other people out here, they think you're going to get blown out. So what I'm getting from this is Colorado is expected to be blown out in this game from the vast majority. I feel like a lot of us watching this video right now, you know a lot about this Colorado team. Great offense, awful defense, and we'll leave it at that. That's all there is to be said. But for this UCLA team, you might not know a lot, so let me inform you. Let me give you a brief summary of UCLA. They have just as good as an offense as Colorado, if not better, but a way better defense. Obviously, there's more to be said about this UCLA team, but I think that's the quickest summary I can give you. And here's a good comparison. Why not? Let's do this. Colorado's most recent opponent was Stanford, and coincidentally or ironically enough, however you want to word it, UCLA's last opponent was Stanford, so we got a common opponent here. Colorado against Stanford scored 43 points in double overtime, and UCLA, without overtime, scored 42 on Stanford. But here's the kicker. UCLA held Stanford to only 7 points, and as we all saw, Colorado allowed 46. Colorado, as to where it stands, ranks last in the country in total yards allowed on defense with 473.7. Bad. On the flip side, UCLA's defense much better, only allowing 282 yards per game. And like I said, you could argue and say that UCLA's offense is better than Colorado's because they're averaging 30 more yards per game than them. Although these numbers can somewhat be deceiving, I don't think they paint the entire picture perfectly. Me, myself, I'm more of a eye test guy. Numbers do matter, but I just like the eye test a little bit more. And I'll tell you what, this UCLA team, they're a tricky team to evaluate. I think your casual fan is looking at this game like, oh yeah, UCLA, they're a lock to win, but just like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Your casual fan's going to look at this. Oh, UCLA's ranked 23rd in the country. They're a 17-point favorite. Oh, yeah, they're going to win this game easily. Well, why don't we take a look at this? In UCLA's last 4 games, they're 2-2. And in those 2 losses against Utah, one of those, they only scored 7 points. Granted, Utah's a heck of a defense, but still, 7 points, that's nothing. They did beat a good Washington State team 25-17, but the following week, they lost to Oregon State and DJ Ugbadugi 36-24. Okay, that's not too good, and their quarterback, Dante Moore, played pitiful in that game. He had 3 interceptions. I'll show it to you right here against Oregon State, 14 for 33. Not good. 165 passing yards, 1 tutty to 3 INTs. That is most definitely not going to get the job done. And against Stanford, yes, you see right here, they won 42-7. But remember a couple minutes ago when I said this UCLA team is a tricky team to evaluate? Here's the reason why. Dante Moore played awful against Oregon State, had 3 interceptions, and really cost him the game. Well, fast forward time to the next week, yeah, they beat Stanford 42-7, and if you didn't watch this game, you're going to assume, oh, well, I guess Dante Moore picked it up. Well, no, that wasn't the case. Ethan Garbers started this game, and he played amazing. In this ball game, Ethan Garbers, the new starting quarterback, was 20 for 28. That's pretty solid. 240 passing yards, okay, that's good, and 2 touchdowns to 0 INTs and a QBR of 90.8. Doesn't get too much better than that. The reason he started against Stanford is because all throughout that week leading up to the game, Dante Moore was a little banged up during practice. So Chip Kelly did give a start to Ethan Garbers, and it paid off. Well, now, as to where it stands, Dante Moore has healed up and he's ready to go, but Chip Kelly has not announced a starting quarterback. So as to where it stands, as when you're watching this video, we don't know who the starting quarterback for UCLA is going to be, and that is a huge problem, and it's a huge X factor. Because let's take a look at this game against Utah, in a game in which they lost 14-7. Yet again, Dante Moore played awful, 15 for 35. That's not even half. That's not even 50% completion percentage, 200 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, and a miserable QBR of 10.1. That's not going to cut it. I'll give it to you short and sweet. Whoever starts this game or whoever plays this game, Dante Moore, Ethan Garbers, the quarterbacks for UCLA, if they play great, I think UCLA wins with ease. But however, if Ethan Garbers or Dante Moore throws a couple interceptions, has 3 turnovers, I think Colorado has a great chance to win this game. You don't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure this out, guys. The X factor is most definitely the quarterback situation for UCLA. Every single time their quarterback plays good, they win. And every single time their quarterback plays bad, they lose. It's not rocket science. Football is a simple sport to break down. It's only complicated when you make it complicated. Fortunately, though, if you are a UCLA fan, and by the way, do we have any UCLA fans even watching this video? I don't know if I've ever seen a fan of UCLA comment on a video, but anyways, if you are a fan of UCLA, this Colorado defense is literally the worst in the country. That's not my opinion. That is a cold hard fact. We talked about it earlier today. So whether Dante Moore or Ethan Garbers goes out here and plays, they shouldn't have too many problems dicing them up. And to me, honestly, it shouldn't matter what quarterback is playing this game for UCLA because I expect them to run the ball a lot. UCLA has done it all year long. They are averaging a whopping 215 rushing yards per game. That's a lot. This is a team, unlike a lot of other Pac-12 teams out here, that enjoys running the football. So although you need to pay attention to the quarterback play for UCLA, also pay attention to the running back play. On the flip side, as far as it goes for Colorado, well, we know, don't we? Their offense is really good and the defense is not very good. And it sounds like I'm a broken record player when I say that, but it still holds true. I do expect this Colorado team to put up some points against this UCLA defense that is pretty good. But as far as it goes for Colorado's defense, no. Why in the world would I expect you to stop anybody? I don't think it's going to be high scoring like in the 40s, but I definitely see a team getting 30 points. UCLA's got some decent momentum. Colorado, there's a lot of question marks, and I see UCLA winning this game with ease. I'll put it to you like this. I'd be shocked if Colorado won this game. It doesn't mean they can't win this game, but I don't see it happening. UCLA's defense is way too good, and I think UCLA's offense is better than Colorado's defense. I'll take UCLA in this one, 34-24. I like that score. I think it's going to be a super competitive game, but UCLA, they pull away in the end. But I still go back to this. I think the spread being at 17 is way too much. I don't see Colorado losing by more than 13 points. No way. Maybe it happens, though. Wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on this game down below. But,